Okay, hello, Kraig here. Welcome. You are one of the first to listen to this new style of podcast where I am talking quietly into this DJI mic in the office that I work here in Brooklyn. You are a member, so you've signed up. Thank you for that. You're a select group of people getting this new batch of content. Between trips, I'm kind of just spending my time making guides and gear videos and breakdowns, and now apparently podcast episodes for you. This episode is called Thoughts After Mallorca, just because I have an outline here on my phone of a couple different things I want to talk about. One including the follow-up feedback, what I learned after publishing the Mallorca hike, the last trip that I went on. So it's been about 10 days since I uploaded that video. It's about 70,000 views on YouTube. I uploaded a silent solo hiking film with no talking, no guide, no ads, other than a title card ad that I did with Hyperlight. I feel okay about it. Once again, this is like a new thing that I'm doing. This format is new, but also old. I'm going back to the old version of how I used to make these videos. Most of my success and subscribers signed up because of the show don't tell silent solo hiking videos that I made on my channel over the past 5 years. In the past 3 years, I have been experimenting with a ton of different formats, some talking, some short form, some with guides, just all different flavors of different types of how to talk about the hiking trips that I went on, as well as uploading family vlogs and non-hiking stuff as well. And the general consensus that I feel is that I've kind of messed up. I had a really good thing going, and for a bunch of different reasons, I changed things, and I kind of regret that a bit. What I've learned the most is sustainability and trust is important, and making something that people can expect is like super important. So the moment you make something that isn't what people expect, it stings them and leaves a sour taste in their mouth and makes them not want to click on the next thing that they see from you uploaded. So my plan to fix all of that is to go back to what I do best, simplify, and kind of try to earn back the trust of subscribers by making 100% silent solo hiking videos. And it's also very difficult because I do have people who follow me and like every flavor of what I make. And the last big successful video that I've uploaded was hiking alone in Kyrgyzstan, which I uploaded last year. And since then, it's almost at 1 million views. And it'll be the first 1 million view video I'll make since, other than the compilation videos, like maybe Italy? I can't remember. So I'm super conflicted. Like, what types of videos do I make? How do I format the things that I shoot? And how do I control what people see from the back catalog? Because I'm setting a new expectation of what you see is what you're going to get more of. So in a sense, I want to try to hide what I don't want people to see. I'm designing the expectations and experience of the people who are signing up and watching my videos. A lot of this decision also has to do with ads and how I make money, and I'm still not sure what the best foot forward is, because there's maximizing the engagement and growth and views of the channel, getting new users, new people to know my videos exist, getting people to watch and trust me and subscribe. And then there's also monetizing that attention and engagement with ads and different products. So it's a balance between those two things. It would be easier to get people to care about the things that I'm making if I didn't try to extract any monetization from it at all. If I turned off ads, if I didn't do any sponsorship deals, if I didn't add any kind of friction to them just getting free content, free information, free entertainment as much as they want. So it's a balance between monetizing, making money, and also trying to get people to care and share and keep the growth. So if I do 100% silent solo hiking videos with no talking on all of the public uploaded YouTube videos, I wouldn't be able to do the integrated ads, and that would be difficult. That's usually where most of my money comes from. It's a pie chart divided between AdSense, third-party sponsorship deals, and then general affiliate links. I'm not sure if I can make up the difference and make enough money from not doing sponsorship deals on YouTube with talking. I'm not sure if I can do that. I was hoping that I could do enough shorts, like ads through shorts on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube shorts to make up the difference, and also introduce a new ad format called title cards. Like what I did with Hyperlight is an example of that, but I'm still not sure if that'll work. I'm kind of just like spitballing and talking here, and all of this makes sense in my mind because I think about it every day. So I can understand if this is confusing. I'm going to try to put the like what I'm talking about up on the screen off to the side here. So that kind of helps with the chapters a little bit. But of course, like the more that you can leave comments or feedback, the better. Like let me know what you don't know, ask questions or ask for clarification on stuff. I'm making this video to share these ideas with you, but also get some help. I need some help. I need some feedback. I don't have to do these videos. I could do them in a different way. It would be quicker, easier to just kind of take these notes and make like a community post on YouTube to members only. Pretty much this, but just in a very low bandwidth, low data rate version, text only. But since I've made hundreds of these types of videos, I feel like it feels natural and I like to do it. So the podcast is gone, which is silly. So now I'm back to podcasting, but just like to a handful of you guys. I also regret like getting rid of the podcast. I did that numerous times. Like I said, I've done hundreds of episodes. I wish I just had one place where I posted them on Spotify and YouTube and Apple, and just kept doing that over the last 6, 7, 8 years, because I've been podcasting before I was doing the hiking stuff. And, I had millions of downloads, and that probably would have kept growing if I was consistent with it. And it was a good thing. I don't know. I regret getting rid of it and not just keeping it up. Wonder why that happened. And this is just a big problem that I'm trying to solve. Like, how much do I put behind this paywall versus make free available for everyone? Once again, it's like a balance of audience. So not everyone wants to know about this video. Like, it's a core select group of people who watch my stuff and care enough to listen. Like YouTube creators, maybe other hikers, but mostly other YouTubers. I don't it's just a different audience than a silent solo hiking video on YouTube. So obviously it makes sense to segment the audience differently, but there's kind of a simplicity with just making everything for free available online and then putting ads on it. But there's also the audience issue. But then again, YouTube is kind of delivering your video to the audiences better and better on your behalf. It's hard to know. I just want to stick to one thing or the other. I don't want to keep flip-flopping, and it's really difficult. Focus on AllTrails activities. Yeah, when I am hiking, and I do have another hike coming up, and I'll talk about that in a second, I think the best how to do this hike, follow in my footsteps and learn how to do this hike faster, better, smarter, comes from the AllTrails activities. So, my route, how long it took, the elevation, also the photos, taking photos of possible campsites, places I eat, the best viewpoints, water sources. This would be helpful information for me. So I want to put more effort into making those AllTrails activities more robust, taking the necessary photos that are helpful, but then also after the fact going through and adding just more information, because I think those links are the bread and butter of value I can bring to people looking to follow. So this value is something that I'm trying to figure out how to best package and deliver to people. There's a couple different ways that I can do like a hiking guide. So you watched the free video on YouTube. It's inspired you to try to do the hike, like the GR221 in Mallorca. You watched the video and you're like, I want to do that as well. I want more information. Should that be like a free video on YouTube that I just like publish with ads and attach a sponsor? Once again, that falls into like audience problems. I don't want everyone seeing that video because only a certain select of the people who subscribe to me or see my stuff would care about that. Should it be membership? Should someone have to go behind a paywall and become a member to view that content? Or should it be a PDF that I create and sell on like a site like Gumroad or Fourth Wall or something like that? Like, is a PDF the best? Is PDF the burst? Is PDF the best version and way to show that information? Like for me, I like watching videos, but the links and the AllTrails are like what's super important. So me making a video going through the AllTrails, I think is the best version of the guide. And I like it because it can be behind the membership. So I think that makes sense, right? And then I can put like the gear links in the description, the AllTrails links in the description, and any other specific links, like links in the description, and then me going through and telling the story of like the trail from the 3D view of AllTrails, I think is helpful and valuable, you know? And then there's like traditional blogging. So it's like 2006, we've got AI, and I'm thinking about going back to like traditional travel blogging, just like writing a free article online with a website for each location or hike and just like putting as much information up there as possible. But I'm not a blogger. I'm a YouTuber. I'm a filmmaker. So I think my forte is making videos and telling a story while looking at a 3D map. And it all comes down to like slideshows. Honestly, like the more I think about it, I just go on these trips, I take photos, and then I retell that story with a slideshow of those photos after the fact. Like a YouTube video is just like a really good slideshow with videos. And I'm doing all of the telling with the visuals. That's the silent solo hiking video. And then like the guides, the strong point of the trail map are like the photos I take. So I'm just going along the route and then telling stories about the photos at the different points I take the photos. Ideally, like the best version of it would be taking screenshots from the footage that I shoot on the trek and geo-linking those on the trail map. So it's almost like you can watch the YouTube video with the high quality footage, all the best shots, and then each of those screenshots are just tied to like where I took the video. And then I could like tell the story. So, you know, there's me stopping to take a photo with my iPhone, and then there's like me setting up the tripod and shooting the video. Me shooting the video is like the best quality. The iPhone is secondary. So it's just like silly. I just wish I could tie, I wish it was easier to tie the YouTube screenshots to where they were taken. So that's why like, I kind of wish I just shot everything iPhone because I could kind of do that. But what if I just went on a hike and just shot photos with the same amount of attention and quality that I shoot these YouTube videos with the Sony camera, with the focus being on, I'm going to go on this trip and make a really high quality hiking guide. So anyone who wants to follow my footsteps has all the necessary information with the best footage. I mean, sure. Spoilers. Like someone who wants to go on the hike necessarily doesn't want all of the information about it. And I think people watch my silent solo hiking videos on YouTube, the ambient stuff, because it's relaxing, it's immersive, it allows you to hike the trail without actually going. So two different things, but it's interesting to think about. So all in all, I think I should for sure have one big members only video for each trip. And like I talked about with the audience differences, I'm focusing mostly on people who want to do the hike right now. But the other category of people who watch my stuff are creators who want to learn how to shoot and edit and do the business of YouTube. So creators who want to make money, not spend money when they go on a trip. And those people are usually hikers. So it's like a big circle with a smaller circle inside of it, and then an even smaller circle inside of that. So people who just watch and get entertained and are inspired, people who hike who want to do the same hike, and then people who hike and also want to make a video and content. So those are kind of the three audiences that I'm trying to make different videos for. So separating and segmenting those is kind of where my mind is at. Running and Strava. So I've gone back and forth on whether I want to be posting on Strava. I did a good test over the last 3 months where I just didn't track or post any of the runs that I've done. And you can see the gap on my Strava where that's started. And I don't run as much. It was like a good test to know whether running is something that I want to do or if it's being influenced by like making social media about it. I'm trying to use less social media in general. And I thought Strava was just an interesting one. Like, why do I didn't post when I started running, but now I post every run. So it's good to test whether that's real or not. And I'm not sure if I'm going to go back. But ever since running the New York City Marathon, my feelings about running have kind of shifted. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem interesting to me to be like a running influencer. I would rather just kind of walk my dog. And if I do go for a run, I want it to just like feel good and be done for the right reasons, you know? So that leads me to 10,000 steps per day. That's kind of my health focus right now. Other than like eating well and, you know, doing that continually with my wife, cooking helps a lot. I just want to try to do 10,000 steps a day. So like on my phone screen, I've got like a step counter and it tells me how many steps I do with the goal of 10,000 per day. So that's fun. It's simple. It's just like a little thing that I'm doing. Consequences of ending social media networking and collaboration. So I am feeling the end of a long experiment with unfollowing people and just stopping all consumption of social media, mainly Instagram. I used to try to go out of my way to like get people to follow me, interact with like other verified accounts, collaborate with people, try to do videos with them, invite them to things. If I saw they were in my city, I would try to invite them to coffee or drinks or food. I would reach out to other influencers and social media people just to like call them and talk to them. But then I stopped all of it and unfollowing everyone on Instagram. I think it's been over probably 2 years now. And it feels like lonely. Like I definitely get less luck. I get less opportunities. I get invited to fewer things. It just feels more like people don't care about what I'm doing, which may or may not be true, but it definitely like I feel it. Like when other verified accounts would comment or like my stuff, like friends or just associates, people who with followings in or in not within the hiking community, it felt good. It felt like I was being validated for like good work and what I was doing. But now I just don't have that. And even like here around Brooklyn, I just don't really see anyone or talk to anyone other than like my wife, my son, my dog. So yeah, just a little quiet. The Kyrgyzstan horse trek video, that will probably be the next video that I record. And it's less of a focus on like logistics with the hiking because I'm on a horse every single day, but there is a story to tell. I haven't shared anything about that story yet, and it'll be a good test because I mainly have photos. So I'm going to like collect those and do like a proper slideshow while I record and go through them and kind of use the AllTrails activities while on the horse, but then kind of just tell that story. And I don't know if it's like helpful to people who want to do something similar, but I'm going to make it members only because it's just not really a video that it doesn't fit the silent solo hiking video format for the general population. So that'll be an interesting test to see if anyone cares about that video. I have turned back on the 24/7 ambient hiking live stream. I did a big test where I kept it going for about 2 months straight on kick.com with no interruptions, no issues. So now I felt like it was ready to do that, but on YouTube. So now the plan is to just turn it on and leave it and never touch it. And I think it should stay on. And I think people should trust more that it won't go away. People will understand what it is. People who understand its value, because it does have value. It's a nonstop looping, live stream in 1080p of all of my ambient hiking films with the ads cut out, the talking cut out, ambient music put in, the audio normalized, transitions added, titles for the locations added. So it's just like a continuous 24/7 relaxing hiking video stream. And I think it's really cool to have in the background. I think it's good for restaurants, hotels, companions for while you're working, background videos for in your living room. Your kids can watch it. It can be used for school. I think it's good. So hopefully the algorithm starts to promote it more and more to people, so it can be seen instead of just quietly just being on my channel. And lastly, hiking 80 miles alone in the Isle of Skye Trail in Scotland is my next video. So that's in a little bit more than a week. I'll be flying out there to do that. It should take about 5, maybe 6 days total. And it's going to be wet probably. I am prepared for the rain and the wind and the mud, but I'm excited because today I wrapped up everything with Mallorca, so I can finally delete that project. And, I need something to do. So this next week I need to fill with something and probably just prepare for the next trip. And that will be a silent solo hiking video with no talking. Once again, I've got Hyperlight to sponsor the video again. So this is the second time they're doing that. So that's helpful. And then I have some DJI shorts to make alongside that project. And I'm also talking to some other companies. I'm trying to get a couple more sponsors attached to things. But making shorts for Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube shorts is probably where my focus is, trying to sell those ads. But like I said, I'm going to focus on AllTrails and adding, a really robust photo collection to those maps, take notes every day while I'm hiking. And yeah, I'm excited. And then after that, I've got a couple more trips already planned and booked. Turkey and Georgia, Tournemont Blanc in Europe, Lofoten Way in Norway, possibly Japan later on in October. So we'll see. But let me know topics you want covered. Any questions you have, this is the place to ask them. Any feedback on this episode, what was valuable, what was not valuable. I am here to listen. I appreciate your feedback and thank you so much for listening. It's nice. So cheers. Take care.